3, 2, 1. Yes. Hi everyone, welcome on board to Tanya's Flight, and you're watching my first ever vlog on YouTube. Yes guys, you hear me right. Alright, so for those who don't know me, I am Tanya, a Cebu Pacific flight attendant for 9 years now, and I am 32 years of age from the Timber City of the South, also known as the historical significance, quote unquote, there is no Philippines, but there is already Butuan. Diba? Social. Okay, so yun na nga, guys. A lot of people keeps asking me to make videos or YouTube already or vlog, since I love posting bits of videos on my IG story or Facebook. So eto na nga, I gathered all the strength that I have, courage, to post this video online. Okay, so nakakayamang. So, you hear me right? I will be vlogging starting today. Yes, so I am now ready to share my life's destination. This year has been a very tough time for me since I am currently passing in a turbulent area of life. Yes, from family issues, work issues, and a lot of issues in life. Just recently, last September 2024, I have been diagnosed of stage 1 sinus cystadenocarcinoma. Infiltrative type siya as per my biopsy result. So, actually, I've gathered my courage from this. I want to spread awareness. So, I want to share my life journey in fighting this challenge. Okay, so, for those who don't know, as per my gynae-onco, this is a type of cancer usually occur in breast, ovary, and in the bone as well. So, on my understanding, as per consultation, this type of cancer is infiltrative, which is a recurring type. So, meaning, babalik at babalikan niya ako. Charot, ganun. Guys, flashback tayo kung paano ako umabot sa point na naisipan ko nang magpa-check up, no? Okay? So, it is very early stage na nalaman ko siya. So, which is lucky for me, right? So, mga miss and sir, last August 2023, I just got back from a very, very long vacation. Okay? So, from long pandemic leave, nag-maternity leave ako, and then 1-year-old na yung anak ko bago ako bumalik sa Cebu Pacific. Okay? So, that was almost 3 years. Diba? Imagine, ang layo, ang tagal. So, syempre, pag bumalik ka, ang dami ng bago, ano? So, ang daming bagong flight attendant na sobrang papayat. Plus, yung mga, mga chabilita kong kalipad before, sobrang liliit na ngayon. So, I got so frustrated that I wanted to lose weight. Okay? So, kung ano-ano na pinagagawa ko, no? Nag-enroll ako ng boxing, tapos, nag-gym ako, tapos, inom ako ng kung anong papayat, mga ganon. Since sobrang frustrated ko na talaga. Because I kept telling myself that I really want to lose weight. Paano ba? Paano nga? Ang hirap-hirap. Food is life. Ang nangyari, this one time, biglang napansin ko na parang ang bilis ng pagtaba ko. Parang unusual siya, no? Umabot sa point na parang feeling ko buntis ako. Like, nag-PT talaga ako kasi nga, may one time, napasuka ako sa flight ko. Parang, nag-crave ako ng kung ano-ano. Tapos, nahihilo ako. As in, like, parang buntis talaga. But then, negative naman siya sa PT. Okay. So, 3 time ako nag-PT noon. So, negative talaga siya. Last July 2024, me and my high school friends went to Singapore. So, ang nangyari, syempre, OOTD and kain, of course. Kasi long overdue trip namin to eh. So, then, after a month, as in, di na magkasya yung damit ko. Yung sinuot ko dun sa Singapore, hindi na magkasya. After a month. Ganun kabilis ha. Okay. So, parang, bilis naman. Gabi, ganun na ba? Ganun na ba talaga yung kain namin dun? May times na, syempre, nakauwi na kami ng Philippines na, no? Kasi parang 4 days or 5 days lang kami dun sa Singapore. So, nung may time na tulog ako, ganyan, for before flight, na gusto kong tumaob. Tapos, nung habang tumataob na ako, parang may nahihirapan ako. Uncomfortable na, uneasy na yung feeling. Tapos parang nahihirapan ng huminga, ganun. Tapos there was also this one time na yung anak ko, si Mafi, 18-year-old child, lang naman. She was lying her legs on my tummy. Tapos parang may nafe-feel na akong pain. So, it's like, parang very unusual. So, sobrang payat ng anak ko. Sumasakit yung tiyan ko. So, parang, there is really something wrong with my tummy. So, my friends keep telling me na, magpa-check ka na. Dami na nagsasabi, no? Syempre, yung mga friends ko, doctor, nurse. So, parang, pa-check ka na. For me, as a mom, of course, I want to spend my day offs. Syempre, with my children, of course. Kesa pumila ako dun sa ospital na sobrang haba. Yun na nga, napatagal. But then, there was this one time na off ko nung September 5. As in, like, pagkaland ko ng Butuan. Nagpa-check ako agad. Pumunta ako ng ospital. So, just so sudden na bigla lang ako pumunta doon. Tapos, nakakuha naman ako right away ng number. As in, diretso-diretso na siya. Tapos, yung family doctor namin, nagsabi sa akin na, your complaint is, sakit yung tiyan mo, ganyan-ganyan. Okay, sige, papa-ultrasound natin, whole abdomen mo. Una pa nun, nagpa-schedule pa ako ng Santos. Okay, so, oh my God. Guys, schedule sa akin, sobrang tagal pa. Parang next month pa, after 3 weeks pa. Tagal naman. And then, syempre, connection tayo. Tawag tayo ng friend. To my Angel John friend. Hi there, Beshi. Tanong ako sa kanya, saan pa ako pwedeng magpa-maxi-care ng ultrasound? Baka may earlier since tagal pa eh. Sabi niya sa akin, try mo sa High Pre kasi maxi-care din naman doon. So, pumunta talaga ako after nun. As in, diretso-diretso, punta ako doon. Tapos sabi, meron nga. Bukas, kailangan ko mag-fasting. So, kailangan bukas muna yung schedule for morning. Okay, so, na-fasting ako overnight and pagkabukas, schedule for ultrasound. Early in the morning, 12 yung last kain ko. So, 8 hours, 6 a.m. punta ako doon. Tapos, time ko na. Pumasok na ako doon sa ultrasound with the sonographer. Check niya na yung tummy ko, ganyan. Habang check niya, dami niyang tanong sa akin. Sabi niya, why did the doctor ask you to have an whole abdomen ultrasound? Tapos, is your menstruation cycle normal? What do you feel? How long did you experience or feel it? And bakit ngayon ka lang nagpa-check? Yun yung mga tanong sa akin na. So I was like, so there is really something wrong. May something nga talaga sa akin. So, me answering like, anong meron? So, meron po ba talagang something sa akin? Well, of course, as an sonographer, sabi niya na, it's better if manggali sa doctor mo yon. Okay, so, syempre, insist tayo. Baka naman po pwede malaman kung ano meron talaga. Is there really something there? Then ultrasound siya. Ganun siya. Chine-check niya yung lahat ng organs ko, ganyan. Tapos, sabi, all your organs are healthy naman, normal in size. Tapos, pagdating doon sa merong 16 cm daw na cyst, sabi niya. So, sobrang laki na nun na kung 16 cm, measuring parang bola na siya. Ganun. 16 cm na cyst. So, ibig sabihin bilog. Tapos ngayon, sabi niya, it's not just cyst. Kasi meron daw parang mga multiple compartment na may halong mass and cyst. So, ibig sabihin, may matigas, may hindi. So, okay. So, check niya. Sabi niya, I just can't pinpoint kung saan siya galing. Kasi nga, nasa outer part daw siya ng mga organs ko eh. Parang sabi niya, baka galing nga sa ovary ko. Kasi dun siya banda. Dun siya nakapwesto eh. Ang nilagay niya naman is further evaluation, kailangan ng CT scan. After na sinabi na mag-CT scan ako, nagpa-check ako ulit to other internists kasi nga wala yung doctor ko, yung family doctor namin. Yang sabi niya, for CT scan daw. So, ginawa ko, I flew back to Manila since Manila based naman ako at saka sinasabi na ng TM ko na dapat sa Manila ka magpa-check kasi ganyan. Siyempre, based sa Manila ka, ganyan. Pumunta ka na Manila. Pagpunta ka na Manila, September 8 yung schedule ko for CT scan. Oh guys, Grabe, ang dami talaga nangyari Dapat kasi yung schedule is September 8. So, dapat nun sa Makati Med ako. Tapos, ang schedule nila is September 8, pero yung result will be 2 days after pa. Ngayon, may nakausap ako, in-law ng brother-in-law ko. Sister ng brother-in-law ko pala. Sorry guys. Sister ng brother-in-law ko. Ngayon, sabi ng sister ng brother-in-law ko, saan ka papacheck? Ganyan. Siyempre, concerned sila, ganyan. Laman din nila about na may sis or may something sa akin. So, suddenly, sabi niya, bakit 2 days? Ang alam ko, sa Manila Med, parang 4 hours lang, ganyan. So, tumawag ako. Tumawag ako agad dun sa Manila Med. Nung pagtawag ko sa Manila Med, sabi ko, excuse me po, just would like to inquire regarding CT scan. Ilang araw po ba yung result, ganyan. Kasi ang bala ko nun, if ever talaga na 2 days after pa yung result, liliparin ko muna yung Sydney flight ko. Kasi Sydney flight ako the day after nung CT scan. 9 p.m. yung schedule ng Sydney namin. So, sabi ko, okay, liliparin ko muna, mag-Sydney muna. Ako gagala pa. Diba? Imagine nyo, nasa isip ko gala pa. I really love flying. So, anyways, nung sinabi na 2 days after, lilipat pa sana ako. But then, nung sinabi ng Manila Med na hindi na pala kailangan kasi 4 hours lang, may result na. So, agad-agad, hindi na ako lumipad. So, kumuha na, nagpa-CT scan ako. As in, pagkadating ko ng Manila, hapon, na hinabol-habol ko yung 5 p.m. na schedule ng Manila Med for CT scan. So, nahabol ko siya, nakapag-CT scan ako, and then after 4 hours, lumabas yung result. So, the next day, pina-check ko na sa OB-GYN. Kasi, meron kasi akong personal consultant doctor, charot, yung friend ko. I mean, 1 call away friend lang yun So, tinawagan ko siya, sabi ko, eto, ganito, may sis ako, ganyan. Tapos, eto yung result ng CT scan ko. So, anong dapat kong gawin? So, she told me, you look for a gynae onco, sabi niya. So, I didn't know na may gynae onco pala. So, ang alam ko lang, gynae and onco, of course, a different specialist. But then, meron palang ganun. So, anyways, nung pagpunta ko ng Manila Med, may result na ng CT scan, dinala ko siya nagtanong ako sa Manila Med kung meron ba silang gynae onco, and unluckily, wala sila. So, nagpa-check naman ako ng gynae, OB-GYN. So, nung nagpa-check ako sa OB-GYN, sabi niya sa akin, okay, so, yes, siya dapat talaga yung tanungin ko. Tinanong ko siya regarding this, and then yun, same din ang tinanong niya sa akin, kailan mo napansin na meron na? Paano mo nalaman? Ano yung mga symptoms mo? Ganyan. And talaga sa akin, promise, wala akong ibang na-experience. Kasi nga, yung normal yung menstruation ko. Tapos, parang lately na lang yung sumasakit. Tsaka yung nahirapang huminga. Lately na lang yun. So, yun. Parang, for them, it's very sudden. Ang bilis, di ba? Sobrang bilis ng panlaki kung if ever na 16 cm na talaga siya. But then, yung CT scan pala, 21 cm yung nakalagay. Imagine, so if ever na totoo talaga yung 16 cm nung ultrasound ko, that was September 6. Tapos yung CT scan ko is September 8. Result is 21 cm. So ang bilis may growth na agad. Ilang days pa lang yun. Mabilis nga. Sobrang bilis ng pangyayari. So anyways, sabi kasi ng doctor sa akin, we need to operate it. So, kailangan talaga yung surgery na siya. So, for the surgery, hindi siya pwede yung tutusukin lang, tapos hihigupin, gano'n. Kasi, it's a cyst na parang kailangan talaga siyang tanggalin buo. So, ibig sabihin, malaking hiwa. Anyways, sabi niya kasi sa akin, she will be needing a standby oncologist, which is worth 5,000 per hour ba yun? If I'm not mistaken. Basta something like that. Tapos, hindi pa siya under MaxiCare. So, parang for me, magpapagastos ako. Meron namang gynae on. So, anyways, tinapos ko yung consultation ko with her. And then, she told me, ganito, ganyan. Eto kasi yun, explanation niya sa akin. May malaking mass, malapit sa ovaries. At eto based on the CT scan yung sinasabi niya sa akin. So, may malaking cyst sa labas ng ovary mo And it's not just a cyst, but meron siyang multiple compartment, square, para daw siyang malaki, may bilog, tapos may mga compartment siya. So, ibig sabihin, marami kasi multiple yun eh. Tapos, may mass nga and cyst. So, sabi niya, ganito kalaki, malaki na yun ah. Sabi niya, sobrang tagal mong inano, dapat parang nahirapan ka na kasi nga parang compressed na yung mga organs ko. Tapos may nakita pa silang parang something leaking, liquid under it kasi sa pinakababa. So it's either naipit siya na organs o kaya may liquid na lumalabas or leaking yung cyst. Nagpa-second opinion ako at PGH sa FMAB. She was so confident kasi gynae-on ko na to since meron sila doon. Tapos, she was so confident na sabi niya, okay, so this is just Mucinous cystadenoma, which is usually benign daw talaga yon. So, I don't have to worry or anything. Tapos, she was checking on my tummy. Sabi niya, measure niya, tapos, nag-trans siya, tapos, yun. Sabi niya, okay, meron talaga. Ganyan. So, after nun, nag-schedule siya. First schedule niya sa akin is September 27, if I'm not mistaken. Parang mga 27 yun. Sabi ko, I'm from Butuan po kasi. So, can you please make a medical certificate so that I can show this to my office, ganyan. Sabi niya, oh, you're from Butuan. Okay, so I'll just look for a near schedule para hindi na ako pabalik-balik. So, nakahanap naman siya sa Manila Doctors ng schedule niya. So, it will be September 12. So, that's September 8 ako nagpa-check ha. So, September 12, ilang araw na lang for the operation. So, I was like, what? Eto na. It's really happening. So, normal ako nag-delivery sa dalawa kong anak. And, ngayon lang ako magkakahiwa sa buong buhay ko. At ang laki pa, sabi ng doctor. Sabi niya, oh. But, luckily, may one piece na uso ngayon for swimming. Charot. Yun pa talaga iniisip no? So, yun na nga. Ganun siya kabilis. Ang bilis ng pangyayari na hindi ko malaman kung okay. Ganun lang. Andun lang. So, after nun, sabi niya sa akin, kailangan ko magpa-admit at September 11, and then start na yung diet ko ng September 10. Kailangan soft diet na ako. On the 11, after 12 noon, dapat liquid na talaga. And then, nothing per RM na talaga ako ng 12, I guess? So, the operation is scheduled at 1 p.m. sa September 12. And then, syempre, kinabahan ako. So, papakita ko sa inyo yung picture. Ito yung itsura ko. Tapos, yun na nga, operahan ako from 1 p.m. na parang around 12 nga, yun nakapasok ako sa recovery room. Tapos, the operating table at 1 maybe. And then, syempre, pinakabahan na si ate mo. Ano? My first ever operation. Pasok sa operating table. Everything was set. Una akong kinausap ng anesthesiologist ko kasi siya yung pinakauna nandun. Sabi niya sa akin, don't worry, I will be here for you. Kakausapin kita regarding sa gagawin sa'yo. And before I put you in sleep, don't worry, I'll be just right here beside you. The whole time, sabi ng ganyan sa akin. He will be monitoring my vital signs, ganun. So, kinakabahan na ako. So, it was just like, nakaganon ako doon. Sabi ko, Lord, ka na talaga bahala. Ikaw na bahala sa mga anak ko. Charot. Napaiyak lang naman si ate. Tapos yun, after nun, he was preparing everything. Like, yung sweldos ko, inayos niya para daw hindi magalaw-galaw. Tapos, prepare siya ng medicine for the anesthesia. And then, I'm not sure kung nakatulog ako, blackout agad. Tapos biglang napamulat ako na may nakita akong hinihiwa na yung chan ko. Tapos parang na-feel ko siya or I was just dreaming. So yun. Nagising na ako the operating table. I mean, in the recovery room pala. Sorry. So nagising na ako sa recovery room. Tapos sabi niya sa akin, I'll be there for 2 hours. So natulog muna ako. As in like parang groggy pa ako. Kasi nagising ako na nilipat nila ako sa stretcher papuntang recovery room. So yun. That was like, dumating ako sa room ng 7:30. So, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, 6 hours akong wala sa room. So, yun. Hindi ko alam kung ano nangyari. Nandun na lang ako sa bed, nakahiga, tulog, ganyan. I was just trying to recover myself, my body, para maging okay. And eventually, okay naman. Nagising naman ako pagkadating ko sa room. Kinausap nila ako, tapos parang, I still don't know what's happening. Ano nangyari, anong operation ang ginawa sa akin, ganyan. So it was just like, okay, matatapos din to. Everything will be fine. And yes, I am perfectly fine. Andun yung kapatid ko, and husband niya, pamangkin ko, plus yung partner ko. They were just there waiting for me, praying for me, ganyan. And also, nga pala, before I forget, thank you Ate Chin for praying over me before the operation pala. Almost forgot. Super big help yon, of course, to gain courage for the operation, diba? Since it was my first time, so sobrang takot na takot ako. Actually, parang di ko na alam kung may takot pa ba ako kasi biglang pumasok lang ako doon na wala. Parang diretso. I still can't believe it. It's just so, it happened so fast that I don't know what to feel and how to feel it. So parang wala lang, doon lang ako just to, okay, tapusin na natin to para matapos na, parang ganun. So, for the recovery, nasa room ako, hindi ako makakain. So, drip lang ng drip sa, IV ko. Until, they keep monitoring my intake and output. Tapos, until, sobrang tagal ko kasing tot. Yun talaga yung basis kung pwede na akong kumain, diba? So, parang took me 2 to 3 days. Parang almost 3 days na ata na hindi ako makautot. Then, naging na ako. My first day pa lang, pagkatapos ng operation ko, pagka bukas, practice na akong maglakad-lakad, galaw-galaw. Kasi nga, iba ang Butuan Hospital tsaka yung sa Manila. Kasi dun sa Butuan, parang ipapamper ka. It's okay, ka just rest, ganyan. But here in Manila, as in grabe, parang, galaw-galaw na po para makautot kayo, ganyan. Tapos tatakutin pa kayo na sasabihin na, baka pag hindi ka makautot, hindi ka makakakain, ganyan. Tapos parang, tapos baka may something wrong sa tiyan mo, mga gano'n, pang takot. So natakot ako, so galaw-galaw talaga ako. Though, kayang-kaya naman ang katawan na. At least like, dahan-dahan ko lang na ginalaw yung katawan ko, ganyan. And then, as in, kailangan lang talagang monitor. Tapos, dahan-dahan talaga. As in, super dahan-dahan. Kasi there was this one time na sabi, pwede na ako uminom ng tubig. Tapos, nung uminom ako ng tubig, napasuka ako ng tubig. So I was just so worried na hindi ako makautot at may something wrong sa tummy ko. Kaya, I was in a hurry na ubusin yung isang bottle of water. That's why napasuka ako at first. And then, after nung dinahan-dahan ko na siya, like sip by sip, ganyan. After nun, parang naging okay na. Tapos nung nakautot na ako, ganyan, still dahan-dahan pa din. Up until parang mga 3 days ata, hindi pa din ako kumakain. Nung 4th day na ako kumain talaga ng lugaw na bit-bit ni Judy. Thank you very much, Judy, for coming. And my friends, yung mga nag-visit, napadala ng mga fruits, cakes, and everything. They know my favorite. Pumunta talaga yung mga batches ko. And then all the prayers from my friends in Butuan. Thank you very much. sa mga nag-comment, and all your prayers, and I really do appreciate it. And now, look at me, I'm okay. First, sabi talaga ng doctor was, benign lang siya. And then, nung inopen niya sa akin, on the third day, nag-visit siya sa akin to i-dressing niya yung wound ko. So, pumunta siya doon, nag-visit siya sa akin. So, tinanong ko talaga siya, so ano talaga yung natanggal sa akin daw? Sabi niya sa akin, ang tinanggal niya is one ovary, the right side, fallopian tube, right side, lymph node, tapos appendix, and yung spleen ko. Yun yung mga tinanggal niya sa akin. Hindi niya tinanggal yung kabila, it's because it's very healthy daw, and I'm still young. So, yun sabi niya sa akin. Mostly daw talaga, benign daw yung sinus, cystadenoma. She is very hopeful na benign lang talaga. But then, sabi niya sa akin, as per her checking the cyst daw, may nakita kasi siyang mass. So, most probably, if it's really cancer, or cancer cyst, it will be in a very early stage. Kasi, walang bahid sa ibang organs eh. So, okay. Which is very lucky, right? At a very early stage. Kasi sabi niya, it's either pre-pa lang siya. I mean, like, nasa boundary siya ng benign and malignant. Nasa gitna siya. So, siya talaga yung boundary. Siya yung pinakaunang stage. So, that's stage 1A. Sabi niya. I don't know the grade though. Kasi sabi ng partner ko, may grade daw siya. May grading yung cancer. But then, yun lang yung alam ko. Stage 1A. Sa ovary. If ever ha. So, we were waiting for the result. That's a week pa bago lumabas yung result. Hi! Another long wait, no? Prolonging the agony. My goodness. So, yeah. Have to wait for 1 week for the result. Sabi ng doc ko, recheck ko will be September 20. September 20 yung recheck ko. Together with the result of the biopsy. Since 12 ako na-operahan, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So, by 19, meron ng result. So, 20 yung recheck ko. So, ganun yung nangyari. So, eksaktong September 19, lumabas yung result, I was talking to my friend Kisha from UK. Yes, hi King, if you're watching. Charot. Yeah. Chika-chika kami, ganyan. Then, I was emailing Manila doctors if the results is already out. So, how was it? Ganyan. So, can I just get it through email so that I could send it to doc? And, yun, nag-reply naman sila. Then, they just need some important information from me. So, I sent it to them so that they can send me the result. So, yun, lumabas nga. Haba, 3 pages. Hindi ko maintindihan kung saan doon. Hindi ko makita-kita yung carcinoma doon or CA or anything. Wala akong nakita. But then, sinend ko siya sa friend ko na doctor. So, nung sinend ko sa kanya, I was chit-chatting with King. Then, suddenly, nag-message siya kan si Phoebes, my friend, doctor. So, she was like, it's really cancer. Sabi niya ganun. Sabi ko, wait. So, I have to end the call with Kish and I messaged my friend, doctor na, saan mo nakita? Ba't di ko nakita yun? Saan banda dun? Tapos, nag-screenshot siya. Sinand niya sa akin, in-underline niya yung word. So, I was, oh, okay. There it is. Sobrang haba kasi ng sinus, cystadenocarcinoma. So, andun pala si carcinoma dun. Hindi ko siya napansin. So, yeah. It was cancer. So, actually, I'm type of person kasi na, ako, hindi siguro agad-agad nagsising sa utak ko. So, parang, I was just like so chill. I was just waiting for something na, ewan ko, hindi ko alam kung paano mag-react yung body ko, yung isip ko. So, it was just like, so normal. So, okay. So, it's just cancer. Okay. I'm sick. Parang ganun lang. And then, nung pumunta na kay Doc, September 20, check-up, date, ayun na nga, sabi nga niya sa akin. So, together with my partner, sabay kami pumasok, and chinek niya yung wound, Sabi niya, okay na daw yung wound. Pwede ko na daw tanggalin yung opsite. Kasi opsite yung nilalagay niya. Bawal daw yung opsite matagal. Kasi nga, hindi nakakahinga yung wound. So, for fast recovery ng wound ko, I need to just put gauze to cover it with binder. So, 1 month pa yung binder, pwede tanggalin. And, yung OS is, nasa akin kung gusto ko pa maglagay each time na lumabas ako. Pero pag nasa bahay daw ako, it's better kung naka-open lang siya para fast healing. So, anyways, yun na nga. Sabi ni Doc, it's really cancer. Stage 1A. What she worried about was, it's infiltrative. Sinabi niya pa pala sa akin na, I need chemo therapy. So, tinanong ko siya, ilang session? Sabi niya, it will be 6 session every 3 weeks. Starting October 4, because I will be totally healed na from my wound. Kasi eksaktong 3rd week yun after operation. So, usually daw kasi, 2 weeks pa lang, nagkikimo na after. So, ako, tinanong ko kasi, syempre, baka hindi pa recovered yung body ko. So, possible ba after Christmas na lang? Kasi nga, September, October, layo pa. So, January matatapos yung chemo. So, I wanted to spend more time pa sana sa kids ko. But then, sabi nga niya, the earlier, dapat nga para mas matapos na, diba? So, tinanong ko siya. Sabi ko, after chemo po ba, is there an assurance na hindi na siya babalik? Sabi niya, there is no assurance, but it will lessen the chance of reoccurring. Lessen, but there is still. So, pinakita niya sa akin yung draft. OMG, please forgive me, but I will get back to you if how many percent yun. Pero, ang alam ko, parang 36 yun percent of reoccurrence yung babalik. Oh my God. If I'm not mistaken, but I will really get back to you. Promise. Tatanong ko ulit kay Doc. Kung ilang percent talaga siya. So, yun. Anyways, yun. So, there is really no assurance kasi nga, infiltrative type siya. So, it's very rare na naging malignant yung mucinous cystadenoma. Tapos, infiltrative type pa siya, recurring type, aggressive type. So, I felt sad. Sino ba naman hindi? Nag-nursing din kasi ako. So, I also know na if you have the genes, it's really hereditary, no? To have cancer. Since, lola ko, colon cancer. Tita ko, kidney. Papa ko, pancreatic cancer. Mga tito ko, liver cirrhosis. So, they're all in cancer type father side ko. So, syempre, chromosomes, partnerships, may possibility talaga kami na magkaroon ng cancer. So, yun. As for expected, then, lucky me! Another lucky me! I'm just really hoping and praying na maging okay lahat. Everyone is praying, especially my partner. He's very paranoid. I call him pra-pra. Oh, yan na naman. Kasi, he's like a doctor. He keeps on researching. Keeps on... Well, I can't blame him. But for me, of course, need to fight for the kids, of course. So, yun na nga. I don't know how to end this video, but yes. I wanted to shoot the video before my chemo so that you can still see me. No? Makapal pa yung hair ko. Okay pa yung tsura ko. This is ilang days na ba after my operation since it's already October 3. Bukas yung yung chemo ko October 4. So it's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So it's 21 days. Diba? Okay. So, there you go, guys. So, yeah. I guess, hanggang dito na muna sa flying ko. ko lang kung makakalipad pa ako ulit. Kasi, tinanong ko naman si Doc if okay pa na lumipad ko. Since malaking stress nga yun sa work namin. Kasi, syempre, iba-iba yung shift. Kahit na nakakatulog ako ng mga 14 hours or 8 hours, but still, may stress pa din. Sleeping pattern ng sleep ko is same. Sometimes I sleep in the morning or in the afternoon or in the evening, mga ganun. Since different schedule kami every day sa flying ko. So I'm not sure if my dream of flying around the world will end here. Though I hope na hindi naman. Ang mangyayari kasi for the chemo is for sure the side effect will be yun, nauseous, vomiting, alopecia, malalagas yung buhok ko, kapal ng hair ko. So, pero sabi naman ni Doc, pwede daw. So, I will see after the chemo and what will be the results though. So, but for sure, hindi pa ako makakabalik agad ng work. 6 months yung magiging therapy. Tapos rest. If ever talaga malagas lahat ng buhok ko, for sure, bawal pang lumipad kasi bawal kaming mag-wig. So, most probably, I have to wait for my hair to grow. So, abang-abang kayo kung anong mangyayari. Mga nyo ang mga sessions at saka changes ko. Yeah. And how I will fight this for the journey of fighting my cancer. Stage 1 pa lang naman, diba? So, I'm still lucky and blessed. Thank you, Lord. With all the prayers, with all the help of my friends, family, laban. Adya-adya tayo, no? Para sa mga anak. As a mom. So, yeah. I'll see you all soon to my next journey. So, just sit back, relax, and see you on my next flight.